Good morning, East. Happy Halloween. Today is October 31st, 2017. Menu change for today. Today we're going to have a cheeseburger or a chef salad for lunch, so please make sure you select your lunch accordingly. Also, I want to catch up on a couple birthdays. October 29th, Jackson Payne had a birthday. On October 30th, yesterday, my friend Jordan Reynolds had a birthday. And today, my friend Natalie Boggs is having a birthday. So happy birthday, and I will bring your cards around today. Just a reminder, if you are working on artwork for the yearbook cover, it is due next Tuesday, a week from today, November 7th, to Mrs. Gentry, or you can bring it into the office and we'll get it into her mailbox there. I was just in here reading this morning Where the Wild Things Are, which is one of my favorite books, and I just happened to think to myself, we are dressing up later just like Max does in this book. So I'm doing a text to world connection here. It says here, let me see if I can get the picture up. The night that Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind or another, his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day, and in and out of weeks, and almost over a year to where the wild things are. So he gets to this island, and there are some wild things, and maybe some of these might look like some costumes that we might be wearing today. And I want to remind you that even though we are dressing up and having some different characters with ourselves, that we still cannot act like wild things. We need to make sure that we are acting like East students and showing our East pride, and not where the wild things are. We are at East Elementary. So while we can dress up and have fun, we also need to remember we are not wild things. We are East Elementary students. So if you would like to read more about Where the Wild Things Are, come to the library and check it out for yourself. Other books that I've been reading, this is more for teachers, is a book called The Leader in Me, and it talks about, it really focuses on the 7 habits of happy people. And those habits are to be proactive. Let me see if I can do this so you guys can see. Be proactive, begin with the end in mind, put first things first, think win-win, seek first to understand, then be understood, and synergize and sharpen the saw. So these 7 habits, some schools have implemented into their system in their day, and it just talks about how great these schools have become. I read through it and I absolutely loved it. It just really focuses on that children are the leaders of the future, and so we should invest in them today, which of course I think is probably the reason why all of us are in education. But teachers, if you're interested, I loved it so much. I bought 3 extra copies of the book. So if you want to come borrow this book from me, come find me in my office. Students, if you would like to borrow it also, I guess I'll share, I don't know. At this point, though, I want to say to have a happy day and make sure that you are not a wild thing, and please stand for the pledge.